Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? It is your boy Tom Origins here, and in today's video, we're talking about something a little bit controversial, something not a lot of people are going to be in two minds about. Let's break it down. So, this year is the last year where Sony has got exclusivity rights to Call of Duty in the form of getting early beta access, getting open beta access early, and even now, finally, getting this new skin. There's not been a great deal of surprise when it comes to this because over the last few years of their partnership, Sony has gotten things like modes early, game modes early, things like that, and we've had to wait a year later to be able to unlock part of the game because of this. And this time round, it doesn't look like that's the case. This skin is the only exclusivity they have, and all other players will get access to this skin a whole year later. So that's not as bad as locking off an entire game mode, right? Let me know what you think down below, because I'm interested in what we're gonna see moving forwards now that Microsoft is purchasing Activision, and we've already found out we'll be getting it on the Game Pass. So anyone who's a Game Pass holder will get Call of Duty free, which is amazing. Anybody who is on Xbox may get early open access beta, early beta for people like on the Xbox console platforms. I don't know if we'll get any game modes like Sony did. I think it'd only be fair. I think it'd be right if PC and Xbox through the Game Pass system got some exclusivity bundles and deals and things like that. But yeah, this will be the final year that PlayStation actually gets to have an exclusive item, which is kind of creepy. It's kind of sad for them, but it's also kind of rewarding after seeing people who have had those exclusivity rights for a long time show off about them, brag about them, and flex on other people. We're now going to get the chance to see what it's like when the shoe is on the other foot, and that's very satisfying. This character is going to come with a weapon blueprint. Again, I'm not sure how the weapon blueprint system is going to work in the game. We're scared to see if it's paid to win, and I hope it's not. Many of us hope that it isn't, but if it does turn out to be the case, at least we've said it here first, folks. But the samurai skin is like kind of fitting for PlayStation because, you know, Ghost of Tsushima being their exclusive until it drops on PC, or dropped on PC. I don't know if it's on PC yet, but yeah, I get it. It's nice, you know, the blue color scheme and the samurai vibes of the swords and the dual katanas. It's cool. It's nice. I hope we can unlock a default version of those dual wield katanas in the multiplayer and in Warzone, because if not, that's a bit annoying that they've got a whole weapon a year before the rest of us. But hopefully it's just a variation of the default melee weapons. At least now it's confirmed that there's going to be different kinds of melee weapons. I mean, we've seen knives and we've seen maybe axes and now some swords. So a range of melee weapons on display here. But yeah, all in all, it's a pretty cool skin. It's nothing too controversial, I guess. It'd be nice to get it not like a year later. It'd be nice to get it a bit earlier if we just wanted to choose to purchase it from the shop. They get it for free if they pre-order or whatever, but it would be nice to get it from the shop if you had the money and you wanted to. But yeah, it comes with this M4 blueprint as well, so I don't know if that's going to change how the rifle plays in the game. Hopefully, again, it's just a visual update for that rifle. So you get the Oni operator plus the weapon bundle playable in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2.0 as of October the 28th. So yeah, it's just a default thing. So if you pre-order it digitally on the PlayStation Store, you get the exclusive operator pack. That's it. It's not a game mode. It's not like Spec Ops or, you know, they get Warzone early or whatever. So at least it's not that. At least it's just something hopefully very basic and visual. Like, microtransactions are part of the Call of Duty, you know, environment, and it's part of how Call of Duty make most of their money. If they have a cool skin, if they have a cool outfit or a cool character pack, that is how they make their money. So I get that, but I don't like it when it's pay to win, and I don't like it when it's impacting how the gameplay works. We've all seen it with the Rose skin. We've all seen it with weapon blueprint bundles in Modern Warfare 2019. So we don't want that, okay? We want the Call of Duty community to be treated fairly, regardless of our monetary restrictions. 2020's hit everyone hard. Everyone is still dealing with it 2 years later, and the repercussions of that. So I think Call of Duty needs to be very careful about its audience, and it needs to be very sensitive towards the audience that it has. in regards to understanding that just because some people don't have an extra dollar or pound to throw away at something silly and ridiculous, like a digital in-game skin, then maybe that shouldn't impact how good or bad their gameplay gets to be, because everyone who's thrown $20 in the game or thrown 20 quid at the game has now got an unkillable samurai skin and weapon bundle, so hopefully it's not pay to win. I mean, that would be the most gutting thing, because as far as I've seen so far, most of what I've seen in the Call of Duty Next event and what I've seen in the Call of Duty adverts for the release of Modern Warfare 2 have looked very promising. The game modes, the freedom of play, the gameplay, the gunplay, everything about it. The single player interests me. The DZ mode with the raids and stuff, that interests me. And Warzone 2.0. So there's lots of promising aspects, and I just really hope they don't ruin it for themselves by imbalanced sort of scales when it comes to microtransactions and people being able to just pay for these kick-ass weapons day one and ruining the gameplay, because that's not what we want to see. Obviously, everyone's going to have a different opinion. People think if I pay $40 for a skin or whatever, I should get the best weapon in the game, and I don't agree with that mentality, because it's not what gaming's about. They're taking the right step in Warzone, I think, when it comes to the loadouts, and we'll talk more about how that's going to operate in a Warzone video. But I'm just killing time right now for the release. I get to play it early on Xbox. I get to play it when the open beta happens for Xbox, PC, and PlayStation. So I get to play it as of the 22nd of September, and I think the rest of the public get to play it on the 28th of September. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm gonna cover it in depth and break everything down, make tons of content. You're gonna see a lot of Modern Warfare stuff here on the channel. So if you're excited for Modern Warfare 2, do give us a sub. We did have a massive sprint over the lockdown back in 2019 and 2020 when Call of Duty 2019 Modern Warfare was out, and we did loads of how-tos, we did loads of tutorials. I got a lot of influx of people over the pandemic coming to the channel, and that was great to see them socialising and mingling and telling me how they're thinking about the game, and I'd love to see that community feel come back again when it comes to this release for Modern Warfare 2, because this is going to be the first Call of Duty that has a 2-year life cycle, which is very cool. And it does look like I said before, it looks like it's got a lot of promising content involved. It looks like it's got a lot of gameplay that's going to be very, very exciting to experiment with and create clips for, and content is going to be very easy to make on this game because it looks really fun and repetitive, and it looks like it's going to be a good time overall. So let's hope that they've learned their lesson with their dodgy blueprints and their pay-to-win rifles from the store, and hopefully it's just visual. Like, I make it as crazy and as visually beautiful as you want it to be, so people feel incentivized to make that purchase and feel like their money's being valued in that sense, but don't overdo it with the bloody microtransactions. Don't overdo it with the imbalanced gunplay and the pay-to-win mentality of it all, because it just comes across as lazy. It just comes across as borderline offensive at this point. There's gamers out there who have paid $78, $70 to $80 to $100 for a game, and they don't get to have the full enjoyment of it just because they don't want to throw an additional $30, $40 down the line. And like, buy the game, play the game. That's how it should be, right out the box, exactly how it is. And yeah, I really hope they just get the microtransactions balanced, because there is obviously the incentive to purchase a cool skin and a cool takedown and a cool animation and blah blah blah, but I think at some point you got to realize it's going to affect your gameplay, and it's going to take the community down this angle where it is pay to win, and we don't want that. We want a good competitive fun game. And they've got all this stuff on there like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram about code of conduct and how to operate, and we don't, because of proximity chat coming into Warzone 2.0, which is going to be really interesting for content creators to handle. But we're going to have a lot of fun with that situation with the proximity chat. I've got two mindsets about that, which we'll get into in a different video. But yeah, in this video, really, it's just the question of, is this going to be a one and done special? The Sony side are going to get this exclusive, and we'll get it a year later when no one's bothered about it. Will that gun right now on the screen be the default M4 with a beautiful paint job to it? Or will it be souped up, firing blue laser rounds that kill people twice as fast? And can it aim down the sights twice as fast? Can it reload fast? Can it shoot harder, hit harder, do all that damage different? And I really hope it's not. Just balance your gameplay, balance your gunplay, and you cannot go wrong. We have been starved of a good Call of Duty for a long time. We've been desperate for a good Call of Duty for a long time. And I grew up playing the original Modern Warfare 2, and to see it come back in this way from the ground up reboot style, I'm looking forward to it. I'm not against it. So really hoping that they get it right this time round and they get it fixed and patched and cleaned up compared to the travesty that was Modern Warfare 2019. So with that being said, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video where we're going to talk about Warzone. Peace.